Hello and welcome to IronmanLIVE. I'm Greg Welch, joined by Dave Erickson today. You are watching pre-race coverage of the Ford Ironman World Championship right here in Kona, Hawaii. Tens of thousands of athletes have tried to qualify for this race and get one of those coveted Ironman slots, but only 1,800 have succeeded.
That means those lucky people will get a chance to see how far they can push themselves on race day.
So they'll be tackling a 2.4 mile swim in Kailua Bay, 112 miles on the bike, and finishing off with a 26.2 mile marathon run on a beautiful course, but an extremely difficult one.
Coming up in today's show, we'll reflect on the legacy of Kona, look at this impressive pro field, explore this challenging course, and hear race predictions from fans and athletes.
Yes, the Ford Ironman World Championship began as a race for bragging rights. Now, it's a rite of passage for the most elite triathletes. The Ford Ironman World Championship is now in its 33rd year. What began as little more than a way to settle an argument between friends over who's the better athlete, the swimmer, the cyclist, or the runner, is now an international world championship competition drawing nearly 1,800 athletes to its starting line. To complete any Ironman is an accomplishment athletes carry with them like badges of honor. I mean, how many other sports inspire so much passion that their participants tattoo its logo on their bodies? But to race in Kona remains a mark above all others. While the world of endurance sports has grown to include much more than triathlon, to swim, bike and run 140.6 miles amidst the fabled black rock lava fields of the Big Island remains the ultimate yardstick against which other endurance sports are measured, and a goal for athletes around the world. Kona. One word, one place. And to those who have the dedication, courage and desire, one meaning. Anything is possible.
Less than 100 of the athletes racing tomorrow are professionals, and these are the best of the best in the sport of triathlon, and the field is extremely competitive.
Yes, that's right, Dave. And on the men's side of things, we have an incredible field to watch this weekend. Craig Alexander is a two-time Ironman world champion. He dominated the 70.3 World Championship in Vegas in September. This weekend, Crowie needs to stay focused and competitive on the bike. Among those challenging Alexander will be RAYNARD TISSINK. He's an incredible cyclist and had a top 5 finish at the recent 70.3 World Championship in Vegas. And there's also talk of retirement, so this may be Tissink's last Ironman. Tim O'Donnell is an ITU long distance world champion, and yet this is his first time in Kona. He's a strong all-round athlete. Andres Raylert finished third in 2009 and second here in 2010, and this year he's the man to watch, but a possible injury may slow him down. ENEKO is a fast runner. He thrives on tough courses, and also I see him as a top 5 finisher as he competes really well in the heat. MARINO VANHOENACKER from Belgium holds the title of world's fastest Ironman. Last year at Kona he finished third and is very strong on both the bike and the run. Luke Bell from Australia is having his best year yet and has a lot to prove to himself here in Kona. Pete Jacobs, also from Australia, could be in the mix with Raylert and Alexander after a strong swim and a very fast run leg. Timo Brucht is always consistent but could very well be the next German Ironman world champion. Faris Al-Sultan, also from Germany, the 2005 champion, is a solid all-round athlete coming off a win in Frankfurt, Germany. And Chris Lieto won second place at the 70.3 World Championship in Vegas. He'll need to build a big lead on the bike and turn in a record run to stay in pace with the front.
That is a phenomenal men's field. Welchie, what about the women's side?
Well, Chrissy Wellington comes in with this, she's the favourite and she stands to win it all again. She's a 3-time Ironman world champ, but was injured recently during a training ride, and she's determined to compete and compete hard in Kona. Wellington will likely be challenged by Mirinda Carfree, the defending world champion. She may be a weaker cyclist, but she's the fastest runner in the field. Caroline Steffen is likely to be a top 3 finisher. She's a European champion and finished second here in Kona last year. Yvonne van Vleuten from the Netherlands is a top 5 favourite who is strong on the bike and the run, and she also holds 3 sub-9 hour finishes, but a weak swim leg might derail her hopes of a championship. KARIN THUERIG came in second in Las Vegas just recently at the Marine 70.3 World Championship. She's the fastest biker in the field, and this may be her last race as a pro, so you know she's going to leave it all out there on the course. Julie Dibbins finished third here last year, but she's been battling injuries all year. She'll be looking to power through that swim and the bike to stay on pace. Kat Morrison from Scotland is an accomplished athlete, winning both the Ironman Texas and 70.3 North American Championship. Lindsay Corbin may be a weak swimmer, but she'll make it up on the bike. She had a solid third place finish at the 70.3 race in Vegas. NATASCHA BADMANN, a 6-time Ironman world champion, historically dominates the bike leg, but she's coming off shoulder surgery and is just looking for a great day. LEANDA is another athlete coming to Kona in top form, and she just finished the 70.3 race very strong. She is a swim and bike dynamo, so look out for Cave to dominate early. Virginia BERASATEGUI of Spain is a short course champion and a really tough athlete. She'll be competing very well here in the heat.
With a lineup like that, everyone is bound to have an opinion as to who they think will win. Our McKeely Jones recently took an informal poll, and here's what she found.
Who do you think's going to win Kona?
I'd have to put my money on Craig Alexander this year. I think that he's got it. He just had a great 70.3 championship, and then on the women's side, Chrissy was here. The last time I was here, Chrissy won. She couldn't race last year. I think everybody thought she was going to win, and I don't see anybody beating her this year. I would have to say those are my 2 picks.
All right, my picks: Tim O'Donnell, first-time Kona guy, winner.
Go the rookie.
Yeah, rookie. And girl, I think Lindsay Corbin's going to kill him. I'm rooting for Pete Jacobs. Like, being from Sydney, he's on fire at home, and maybe he's flown under the radar here. Like, back in Oz, everyone's loving Pete this year, so he looks pretty relaxed, and I hope he can win it. The women, you got to go with Chrissy.
Where are you from?
I'm from Germany.
Germany.
Yeah.
Are you going for a European connection with your Kona pick?
Yes, I think Andreas Relle gonna win, the German guy, and female, I think Chrissy Wellington gonna make it.
I think Craig Alexander's going to do it again.
So you're going for the Aussie?
Yeah, it doesn't have anything to do with being Aussie. It's just I think he's going to be the
And in the women,
strongest.
Who are you going for?
Chrissy Wellington. She's just the strongest female. But I do like Miranda, so it'd be great to see a race between those two.
The athletic talent is rock solid, that's for sure, but it's the course that levels out the playing field with its extreme elements. The swim course for the Ford Ironman World Championship will start on the east side of the pier. The athletes will swim out in a southerly direction 1.2 miles, doing the first right-hand turn around a boat. The second right-hand turn will then aim them back toward the start line. They will reference the King Kamehameha Beach Hotel for their landmark on the way back in. That will round out the first 2.4 miles of the course. The first 8 miles of the bike course are tough. Palani Road will test the athletes in all directions. First, they fly down a very steep hill in a no-pass zone to the first turnaround. From there, they head up the shortest, steepest part of Palani Road, just a half a mile, in a killer climb. Then it's 38 miles riding out to Kauai, racing through the windiest part of the bike course. Then the course gets even tougher. 18 miles of grinding uphill to the town of Harvey, to a U-turn at an elevation of about 860 feet. Then they retrace the course and head back toward transition. Now only 26.2 miles to go to finishing the ultimate triathlon. After a couple of turns on the run course, they end up on the famed Ali'i Drive. They will run over 5 miles of undulating terrain and a welcome shaded section of the course. At the historic St. Peter's Church, they make a U-turn and head back into town. Then Palani Road comes back to haunt them on the steepest climb of the run. But this is where the crowds become the athletes' greatest asset, using their cheers to pull the runners to the top of the hill. Then onto the Queen K Highway, where they head to the turnaround at the Natural Energy Lab. Back on the Queen K, 6.3 miles brings them back into town, a right turn on Palani Road, and you guessed it, another very hard downhill quad-cracking section. At this moment, they can taste victory as they turn on to Elite Drive and cross the finish line of the 2011 Ford Ironman World Championship.
This week is known for another tradition of remarkable courage, physical prowess, and let's just say a sheer lack of inhibition. No, not Ironman. I'm talking about the annual unofficial Underpants Run. The spectacle drew the usual suspects. Flamboyant, free-spirited, and fun-loving revelers all made a nearly naked 1-mile dash through downtown Kona Thursday, and all the fun is for a good cause. The run is a fundraiser for local Kona charities.
Okay, what do we make of that? I think it's a lot of fun. I'd love to be a part of it, but not with this body. Just take the weather away, will you?
Well, at 6:30 in the morning, the race temperature should be around the mid-70s for all the athletes, as the water temperature around 79. Temperatures will steadily creep up to mid-80s for the high for the day.
So check us out anytime during the race day at IronmanLIVE.com, on Facebook at Facebook.com/IronmanTry, or follow us on Twitter at IronmanTry. Our coverage begins at 6 a.m. here in Hawaii, noon Eastern Time. Our pros begin at 6:30 with the age group athletes following at 7 a.m. So Dave, an incredible race coming up. Craig Alexander, Andreas Raylert, a couple of the guys in the men's field, but Chrissy Wellington, really happy to see you back in the field and going for that 4th title.
It's must-see on Saturday. Thanks so much for watching. For all of us here at IronmanLIVE.com, we'll see you on race day.